you walk into a McWenderking's.
That brings your total count to 3. You have the test of strength, the test of accuracy, and the test of ruthlessness. You lost out on the test of dexterity in the axe throw, but that's okay. You still have bobbing for lettuce and the fishbowl throwing.
Alright. Okay, let's...
You also have 2 baseballs. I don't know if you want to do anything with those or leave those there, but you do have 2 baseballs in your hand.
I want to take those.
Okay, so you just walk off with the baseballs.
Yeah, stuff in my pocket.
You look back at the booth. No one seems to be running it, so you kind of walk away with them.
Okay.
Think you were meant to return those, but alright, let's go. 2 more games.
Alrighty. So, there can't be anything murderous about a fish thing, right?
Well, guess that depends on how well you take care of the fish.
Yeah.
Are you better with animals than you are with people?
Okay. Well, that's just hurtful to me.
Well, I can't say that it isn't exactly undeserved after your behavior, but...
I chilled out on that one a little bit.
Well, whatever. Yeah, you want to go to the fish one, we'll go to the fish one.
I'll go to the fish one.
So, you and Abby walk up, and there's a man standing there, and he's dressed up like the full, carnival getup. And he says, "Hurry, hurry, hurry, step right up and earn yourself a floaty little friend to take home and call your own." Well, howdy there, Abby, howdy there, stranger. I reckon you want to come and be part of the game?
Do you have that outfit just, sitting in your closet just waiting for today?
Every year.
Oh. Good! I'm working on it, Abby. I'm really working on this.
Howdy there, Mr. Lloyd. He's the local librarian. I like that you brought out the reading outfit. Hadn't seen it in a while. Well, that's right, Miss Abby. You've been grown up for some time now. You have made the way down to the reading room. Remember, we do have adult readings on Sunday evenings, right after Bible study.
That's nice.
I'll have to come down. I do miss spending my time at the library. But for now, do y'all want to win a fish, win a prize?
I want a fish.
Alright, that's going to be 1 ticket for you, Miss Abby. No charge on your end if you'd like to play. I always like to see an avid reader return home. And she says, "Well, that's right kind of you, Mr. Lloyd. I'll play along." And he says, all right. So 1 ticket from you, and he takes it from Abby and puts it in his little bin of tickets. Says, all you gotta do, you've got a pyramid of goldfish bowls in front of you. You got a ping pong ball. I'm going to give you 5 throws to get into the ping pong ball. You can use anything that is at your disposal in this booth to get that ball into that hole. You win whatever in there.
Alright.
And you're looking, there's some empty fish bowls. So there are a couple that are... Hey, you kids have been winning them. Going off, taking a little fish friends with them.
Alright. Let's do the thing.
Alright, so you get 5 throws on this one. Or 5 attempts on this one, I should say.
Okay.
As you said, you can use anything at your disposal in the booth in order to get in. And for this one, I'm going to say an 18 or higher.
What if I use the baseball? It's at the booth.
Walk me through your thought process here.
I take out the baseball out of my pocket and I go, "It's at the booth."
Is that what you want to do?
Yeah.
Abby's going to take the baseball, just lower it down and say, "I'm right sorry, Mr. Lloyd. I met this man out at a door in the middle of the cornfield. He knows that would break all the bowls and ruin your game. We're not trying to take the fun from nobody, so...
If I aim for the empty ones, it's fine."
We're not going to be breaking your game, Mr. Lloyd. I do apologize for him. He and I are not acquaintances. I was given a tour that seems to have gone, unfortunately, south. And Mr. Lloyd says, well, that's all right, Miss Abby. Judge a character, you always were a kind heart. Friend might just be a little misguided at how we run things in town. Name's Michael Lloyd, son. It's nice to meet you. And he offers you a handshake.
I'm Jonathan, assuming the personality of Count Dunkula.
Well, all right. Maybe he's just might in character. We all know what that's like, don't we, Abby? He says, doing his kind of showman voice, kind of break tension. She goes, well, maybe. Maybe, Mr. Lloyd, I guess. So, baseballs have been vetoed by Abby.
Okay.
Whether that means something to you or not's open to your interpretation, but...
Oh, no. Did you call it? I went fair and square. Did you call it? So, do the thing where I throw the things in
So
the
you want to
thing.
throw a ping pong ball?
Yeah, I want
You
to
got 5 of them, so...
Okay.
How you want to do this?
Did you call it? I'll do underhand.
Okay, so you want to throw one underhand, 18 or higher.
Okay. There's something bumping it.
Alright, I'll edit it out.
17.
17, so it circles the mouth of the top bowl and then falls plinking all the way down the staircase of fish bowls. Oh, that one was really close.
Indeed.
Hey, first try, you got 4 more. Maybe you can tweak it a little bit.
Yeah.
Remember, anything at the booth to win a prize.
Like, how do you mean?
You
Like-
gotta get the ball in the bowl.
Yeah, but what do you mean by anything at the booth?
As long as you get the ball in the bowl.
Wait.
Mr. Lord was always like this when I'd go to the library as a kid. He always liked riddles and puzzles. There's probably some clever roundabout way to do this that we'll figure out later.
I don't know. Did you call it? I'm pretty stupid.
So you've got 4 more? What do you want to do?
Okay. Let's sure. Anything at the booth or prize? Do you call it fish bowls? Let's. Maybe I can try ricocheting one off.
What do you want to ricochet off of?
Can you give me like a picture of what it?
It's one of those open tents where on all 4 sides so people can kind of throw at any angle. There's poles holding them up, obviously, 'cause it's a tent. But other than that, you've got the table that's holding the fish bowls up. You've got a little stool where you see Mr. Lloyd sitting. And you've got just a pyramid of glass fish bowls. So there's not a lot to work with. There's a little grabber where it looks like if somebody won a fish off like a weird part of it, he'd be able to just kind of pick it up and gently bring it over. And then there's a pile of bags kind of at his feet so that he can transfer the fish over for you to take home.
Okay.
But it's out of all the booths here, it's the simplest.
Okay. Let's see. Can I do one off your stool?
Well, sure. And he gets up and the stool's sitting in the corner. It's kind of to the left, everything. So you want to throw one off there?
Yeah.
Still 18 or higher.
Okay. Six.
So it bounces off the stool and kind of flies out the other end of it. Well, I like your creative attempt there, friend, but didn't seem to give you the result you need. That's 3 balls remaining.
Indeed. see. I'm gonna bounce it off the table.
Okay, there's not a lot of room. There's probably maybe half an inch around the entirety of the pyramid. You can try to bounce off the table. Still 18 or higher.
Okay. That's a 5.
So it bounces off the corner, kind of flies back to you.
Darn.
Oh, yeah, hate to see it, hate to see it. That's going to be 2 throws left for Mr. Jonathan.
Is that a circus, like, catchphrase? Hate to see it, hate to see it.
Just had the guy talks.
Oh, I was just gonna ask.
I don't know.
That's fair.
Are you asking him or are you asking me?
I'm asking him.
Just kind of part of the persona.
Oh, really?
Keeps the game alive.
Did you call it? How do you work on your persona?
Running this event every year.
Oh.
It's the magic of the game. Brings out the character in all of us. Just like reading a good book.
Yeah. Did you call it? I thought you'd do stuff like reading books about ringleaders and.
Well, we do a reading for the kids every afternoon right after school. They can make their way over and get the story time where I'll read each and every character in their own unique voice. And then, of course, we have our adult reading, which comes on Sundays after Bible study.
Yeah. So.
And then he leans over and he says to Abby in kind of a hushed tone, "Don't worry, I don't do the voices there." And she kind of smiles and realizes that it's genuinely him trying to help and bring her back to the library.
Fair.
3 throws remaining.
Okay, let's.
Or he counts on his hands. 2 throws remaining.
Yeah, fair. Let's do. I guess normal toss again.
Okay, normal toss, 18 to her.
Whoop. Oh no! That's not a thing. Also, that wouldn't have helped me anyway.
Off the table doesn't count.
Finally, 18!
18! As it goes, you see just a perfect arc flying, and it loops around the bowl, and then stops on top. And you realize that there's a cover over each and every bowl, preventing the balls going in.
Mr. Lloyd, no!
Oh, troublesome times. An unseen obstacle seems to have prevented your progress. Any other game that would have been a winner. However, it looks like we've got one more ball. And as he says this, Abby just kind of nods, kind of realizing what's going on.
Gosh darn.
Yeah, he always had a roundabout way of teaching his lessons. He used to, like I said, all those riddles and puzzles at the library, they always had a lesson that he wanted us kids to learn. Something that we should value. This one's pretty clever.
Hey, can you just unwrap one of the bowls?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Can you please unwrap one of the bowls?
Well, remember your objective there, friend. You gotta get the ball into the hole.
Is there some other hole that I'm missing here?
Whatever bowl you land in, that's the prize you get. So you want me to take one of the caps off the cup?
Yeah?
Well, sure, I'd be right happy to do that. And he gets up from his stool. And then he walks over and he picks up your ball and just kind of drops it over on the ground. Then he unscrews the cap and lets the little plastic disc slide off of it.
Huh.
So now you have, instead of a whole table of targets, you have one.
Alrighty. Can I look around one more time?
Yeah, you look around, same stuff. You see the bags, you see the little clear disc you dropped in the grass, and your ball on the other side. But just a lot of ping pong balls, just all kind of where people missed. And you've got your little grabber for when little weird ones are done, or like top of the pyramid or middle or whatever. Somewhere he doesn't want to reach over and risk breaking his pile. You've got the table that's only about a half an inch wider than the pyramid itself, and then the very carefully stacked pyramid of glass bowls. Some with creatures swimming in them, some without.
Is there any gaps in the pyramid?
No, it's pretty solid. Looks like what he's doing after they win, he takes their fish, carefully puts it in the bag, and then puts the glass back up there.
Okay. Yeah, I'm too stupid for this. I'm just toss it in the one you unwrap.
19 or higher, because you now have to hit all. Instead of having all of them, you have one.
Huh? Did you? How? Why you gotta make me think?
Well, that's the joys of working in the library. Get young minds thinking and learning every day. Not all lessons are found in a book. Sometimes the best lessons are taught through life.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna leave this and not learn anything.
Oh, that's a shame, friend. That's a crying shame. I would hope that you would think about the best way to get what we both want here. I want you to learn a lesson. You want to win a prize.
What do you call it? I don't know if you've seen the chaos that's happened all around you, but
I think this one have a little bit of trouble with this particular lesson, Mr. Lloyd. Abby says, just kind of trying to be respectful to him and being a little solemn in her thoughts. Well, that's all right, Miss Abby. Remember, an enemy is just a friend you haven't made yet.
hey, can I just ask you to put one in?
What was that?
Can you just put what in the bowl for me?
Well, absolutely.
Okay. Whoa. Yeah. Let's do that.
Your friend has a lot to learn about how to talk to somebody, doesn't he, Miss Abby? And she just kind of laughs and says, Mr. Lloyd, would you please put one of my ping pong balls into the goldfish bowl for me? I'll take real good care of them. She says, and he says, well, I'd be happy to, Miss Abby. And she hands him one of her ping pong balls, and he walks over and lifts the lid on one and drops the ping pong ball in and puts the disc back on top and says, we have a winner! Miss Abby Sanders, what are you going to do now? And she kind of laughs as she sees him getting a goldfish together, and he hands her the bag, and she says, well, I guess I'll be going to the library. And he says, a perfect response from our champion. You, sir, you still have one more ball.
Oh. Yeah, what did you call it? I was asking to do the same. What did you call it? I have to be polite. Okay. Let me... Hold on a second. Let me take off the cape, and I have an undershirt under the jersey. Let me take this off, too.
So you removed the Count Dunkula costume.
Mr. Lloyd, can you please help me win this challenge by putting one of the ping pong balls in the bowl? I'd be very thankful, and I would take great care of the fish.
Well, there he is. I think we've met the real Jonathan for the first time tonight, wouldn't you say, Miss Abby? And he offers his hand, stretched out in a long striped jacket, and you realize he's wearing like carnival gloves. Like, he went all out for this. He's having fun. And he reaches the hand out for you to hand him your final ping pong ball.
Alright, I shall do so.
Alright, here we go. And he takes it and he throws it at the pile, and it goes right into the single one that he removed the lid from earlier.
Ah, you know.
And then he says, "We have a winner! The true lesson here today. When you can't solve a problem yourself, the best thing you can do is turn to a friend. And remember, an enemy is just a friend you hadn't made yet." And he takes his little grabber and he grabs your goldfish container and he pours out into a bag very carefully and then hands you a bag full of water. And your little friend there.
Okay.
Alrighty. Well, I hope to see you both at the library real soon. Stop on by whenever. I'll have a book picked out for each of you. And Abby says, "Well, thank you, Mr. Lord. I'll be sure to do that. And I'll let Mom and Pa know that you were talking about having me come by after Bible study." And he says, "I look forward to seeing you, Miss Abby. Mr. Jonathan, I hope you'll be coming around as well."
I'll definitely consider it, sir.
That's good to hear. That's good to hear. Enjoy your ticket.
Alright. Yeah, let's go.
And as you walk away and look in the bag, you realize that you have been handed a bag of water with a ticket in it.
Ah.
And that ticket has eyes and fins and a tail.
Huh.
And as you watch the light hit the the scales as it swims around in a circle, you notice that it says the ticket of cooperation.
Huh. Alrighty.
You got a pet.
Is this not strange?
That seems like right up Mr. Lloyd's alley to me.
Is it an actual fish or just very well done, like crafts?
No, it looks to be alive.
Okay.
It does look like an awful lot like the ones in your pocket, though, doesn't it? What are you gonna name it?
Ticket E.
Tickety.
Tickety.
Okay. Jonathan, your new companion on these adventures, Tickety the fish. Your inventory consists of 2 baseballs and Tickety the fish.
Tickety the fish. I think I made a good decision.
Now, hold on a minute. I do remember you saying you were from out of town when we were talking. And Mr. Lloyd kind of calls you back. Seems like you and Tickety are going to be fast friends.
Yeah?
I don't think a plastic bag would do for your journey, do you?
I do not, did you call it, may I get a bowl so I can properly take care of this fish?
No, that's what I like to hear. That's cooperation. And Mr. Lloyd, he takes the bag and he puts the base of it in his hand and he kind of grips the top where he had sealed it up. And he suddenly just pulls his hand upward and the top of the bag is just gone. And he's holding a perfect glass sphere that has Tickety the fish inside. And he hands it to you. There you go, friend. There you go.
Okay. Mr. Lloyd, if anything goes down, I want you at my side.
Well, that's the power of friendship. When things get hard, it's your friends that you rely on.
And I take it back. I respect your costume very much.
Well, I appreciate that. I respect yours as well, Count Dunkula. And he gives you a little wink and a smile. And some children run up, so he goes up to them and goes, "There's my eager readers. Welcome to the Fishbowl Challenge."
Okay. Looks like we can get out of here.
Well, he seems to have done you a little bit of good. Seems like I'm meeting the real Jonathan for the first time instead of Count Dunkula? What was that?
Yes, Count Dunkula.
Oh yeah, that guy. I don't care much for him, but this version of you, I think I could take a shine to as a friend, but depends on which one of you used the costume at the end of the night.
There are rules to the costume. I'm not evil to everyone. Just people who want to push the boundaries of Jonathan and want to enter the realm of Count Dunkula.
And small children.
They are just casualties of war.
I might rescind my previous statement. We got one more game.
I can reel it back. I can reel it back.
You've got bobbing for lettuce remaining.
I don't want to eat lettuce.
You don't eat it. You just pick it up with your teeth.
Yeah, it's gonna be soggy lettuce. And what you call it? I'm gonna have to bite into it, and then it's just gonna. You're gonna get those lettuce bits that just get stuck on your tongue, like when you're eating like really soggy salad.
I mean, you have 4 tickets. If you want to call it there, hope that nobody got more. That's half of them.
Okay, let's bob for some lettuce.
All right, so you walk up to the bobbing for lettuce booth.
Hello. I'm Jonathan. Nice to meet you, lettuce booth person.
Lettuce booth person? Abby, who is this? Pa, this is Jonathan.
Ah.
He was out in the field, so I thought he was traveling for the fair and got lost, so I brought him down, and he's a interesting character.
You call it? I'm gonna be extra nice to you because you're Abby's dad.
Well, don't think you have any intentions with my daughter, I'm sure, but I'll
Just
take that. Pa, yeah, he's trying. Take it as a compliment. He's not. There's nothing there, let me assure you. Well, all right, I'll take your word for it. We grow lettuce out here on our farm, so we're doing a bobbing for lettuce booth. Makes you feel kind of bad that you were bad mouthing the whole time, huh? So, all you've got to do, you will have 30 seconds to try to fish out a head of lettuce. Now, what we've done is we've got them kind of extra slippery in the water, so a little harder to pick up. So all you got to do is get one, and you will win the ticket of patience.
nah. Okay. Patience. Alrighty.
So if you want to go ahead, you just kneel down by the tub there, arms behind your back, of course. We don't want to have any cheating. And Abby, you want to play this one? No, I reckon I'll sit out on this one. Doesn't feel fair to play my family's own game, you know? Well, fair enough. Well, it looks to be only you at the booth so far, Jonathan. Do you want to go ahead whenever you're ready?
Yeah, sure. Going to use my fangs.
Okay, so you're using the plastic Count Dunkula fangs?
Yeah.
Okay. And what kind of benefit is this going to give you? Convince me that your plan is going to work. That'll be determining the number.
Okay. See, just the fact that they're naturally more elongated than my actual teeth are.
Okay.
I feel like that can create more of a sink into the lettuce.
Okay. Yeah, sure. So let's do roll once for me, and we'll say you got to get either higher or lower than that number.
Okay.
So let's do it that way. 8. So you've got to get higher than an 8 for your actual roll.
Okay.
Okay. So Mr. Sanders has a little whistle with him, and he says, "All right, 3, 2," and then he whistles, and you're ready to go.
5.
5. So you dunk your head in. You realize that the lettuce is slipping right out of your face. It's kind of hard to get a hold of. You're gonna come up for air. He says, "All right, that's 10 seconds past."
Darn.
So you've got time still ticking.
Okay. So, still more than 8.
Still more than 8.
Okay. What if it's exactly 8?
We'll say you get it and you bite into it, and as you're pulling it out, it slips between your fangs and falls out. 10 seconds remaining.
Okay. 9.
You dunk your head back in. This time you notice that there's almost like a chlorophyll kind of coming from the lettuce that you bit originally. You're able to sink your teeth back into it, pull it back out, and it flops down to the ground next to you. And you got one out.
Cool.
The tank's kind of turning green-y, but... So, what do you want to do? How you gonna celebrate?
Did you call it? I go like, thanks for the challenge.
All right, we have a winner, everybody, and both Sanders family members clap for you. And as they're clapping, you hear hissing, but rather than like a liquid, it's an animal. And you turn to look at the lettuce, and the top of the lettuce where the leaves all meet opens up, and there's a large purple eye staring back at you. And it lets out a hissing sound as it's bleeding out this green chlorophyll-like fluid.
Abby, I feel like there is something seriously wrong.
She walks over and kind of takes a step back. What? Whoa! What is? Paul, what happened? And he looks over and he says, "Well, it looks like the lettuce might have sustained a little." Mr. Jonathan, do you have any sort of sharp teeth or implements out of there?
Yeah, but why does lettuce piss?
Oh, I see it. He's wearing the vampire for his costume, of course. Yeah. Okay, so we'll dump out that tub, refill it, and put a fresh head in there. Oh, okay. I was worried there was something wrong with her tank. Okay.
Hey.
And at this point, the eye has closed, and you see whatever this lettuce was has died, and it looks just like a normal head of lettuce again.
Concern.
Well, I mean, if you want to help, if you feel that bad about it, you can help Pa dump the tank out back and fill it up with some more water from the
Is
the
that
well over there.
yes?
You can hook it up to the hose. It doesn't take but a minute.
Okay. I'll do that for you.
So, Abby's dad grabs one side, you grab the other, and you both dump out the now completely green fluid, and it just goes everywhere behind the tent, and y'all walk toward the house, which is a little bit up the road.
Okay.
And he just says, "Well, I sure do appreciate your assistance on this one, and I'll be sure to get you one of those cooperation tickets when we get back there."
Yeah.
Or patience this year. That's what it is. Sorry, we were cooperation last year. They try to shuffle it up a little bit, and as he's saying this, he's putting the hose in, turning it on, letting the water fill up.
Okay. Yeah. I thank you very much.
Not a problem. Not a problem. So, what were you doing out in the middle of the field? Mr. Jonathan, did you get a little lost coming around to the fair for everybody? The festival?
Maybe. Did you call it? I probably was just walking about and just kind of didn't know where else to go, and I was weirded out by a weird doorway.
City folk, not really used to those cornfields.
Yeah.
You can get it turned around in them. They're actually in rows if you stand on one side and look down them, so you can kind of see a strip of everything all at once. If you're facing the other way, though, it does kind of look like a wall, I understand. So next time, if you're not sure, just go to the other and kind of turn it 90 degrees, and you'll be able to find your way out.
Gotcha.
Just follow that row. It'll pop out on the end of somewhere.
All right.
And as he's saying this, the water's filled up, so he turns off the spigot and says, "All right, let's heave ho now, get it back to the tent. Roll 5 higher for me."
Okay.
Basic strength.
16.
Yeah, you pick it up, no problem. You carry it back to the tent, set it down, and Abby drops in a fresh head of lettuce. Yours has disappeared, as well as any sign of the chlorophyll interaction that you experienced.
Alright.
Alright, now, so I've got to get you one of those patience tickets, and he reaches in to a little basket that's off to the side and pulls one out for you, and it's just got a picture of the lettuce with somebody biting down on it from behind, and it just says ticket of patience.
Okay.
Well, that's all the games. We got the karaoke going on here. I can't say I like Count Dunkula, but if you're still wanting to win the costume contest, you might want to suit back up in that.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll do that.
Alright, so you want to make your way to the karaoke while you're putting on Count Dunkula?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Alright, so everybody's kind of gathering around at this point. It's kind of like a natural progression of the night. And standing there at the top of the stage is a man in a very dignified black suit. He's got the long tail going out the back of the jacket. He's got on a overly sized top hat. He's wearing a monocle, and he has a big sash that says Mayor. And he says, "Well, it's good to see everybody coming out for this year's annual Harvest Fair." And everybody cheers. And Abby kind of whispers to you, "Real mayor, fake costume."
Nah.
And the mayor continues on and said, "Well, it looks like the stage is all set up here. Are we ready to have a little bit of a sing-along?" And everybody again cheers.
Yay.
Do we have a volunteer to start us off with our town anthem?
I'm not going to this. This is not a thing that...
And you see a hand shoot up in the crowd, and you look and you realize it's the kid who threw the axe earlier. And you look and he has 6 tickets.
6 tickets?
You have 5.
Like, did the event have more than 1 ticket?
There were 6 booths. You did not win the axe throwing.
Yeah. So...
He has won all 6.
Okay.
Remember, the tickets were in limited supply, not one only.
Okay. Understood.
So his hand shoots up and he says, "Well, shoot, for the ticket of camaraderie, I'd be happy to lead us in our town song."
Oh, it's a ticket? Did you call it? Then I...
Now here's the question you run into. Am I actually going to make you sing a song?
I have a song in mind if I do happen.
You're leading us in the town song. If you volunteer for this, what are you going to do?
Part of me wants to totally just go all in and just sing something I couldn't possibly know. Another side of me will go, if that is totally a wrong thing to do, Abby will hate me. And that's not a thing that I want.
Remember, he has all 6 tickets. In order for you to beat him, you have to get 2 more than him. There's 1 for the costume contest and 1 for this.
Okay, let's do the thing.
Alright, so your hand shoots up and he says, "Well there, we got a little bit of a rivalry going on. 2 gentlemen, I'm assuming, going after the ticket of camaraderie here." And he holds up the ticket and the whole crowd cheers because this is the golden ticket with red writing on it as opposed to the other way around. And he says, "Well, here's what I'm thinking. I'm going to have both boys roll a d20. And the one who gets the highest number will get to come on stage."
Okay.
So,
Alright.
roll your d20.
16.
16. A rather high number. And our local boy, Bart Johnson, rolls a 8. So, you get to come up.
Okay.
Tell us your name, son.
My name is Jonathan.
Everybody give it up for Jonathan. Now, I know you're not familiar to the town, so we've written down the lyrics for you here. And he goes to hand you a piece of paper with the town writing on it. And as he says that, you hear a rumbling coming from the barn behind you. And then there's a crashing sound as a giant vine comes from nowhere, smashing through the barn and grabbing up Bart Johnson. A giant pumpkin monster emerges, walking on its separate stalk legs, grabs Bart, letting out a mighty roar and swallowing him whole. Another vine comes down and grabs the mare as several others work its way through the crowd, grabbing at strangers and townsfolk alike and just swallowing them all as this creature's destroying the barn and the stage around you. Everybody's in a frenzy. They scatter around and are in just a panic of things being knocked over. Everyone's trying to get to safety. What are you going to do?
So I don't get to sing the song.